Pow! Boom! Pow! You like that BFA Assassination Rogue, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, today we have some proper RMP for your ass, and instead of the live recording, I will dub over the commentary to see how it goes, and you guys let me know if you like it. Because I'm thinking it would be better if you guys actually know what's up and I explain what I do or what we do, and this way maybe the videos will be more informative, more helpful. And if you enjoy lots of World of Warcraft content, we post daily videos Monday to Friday, my friends, so the subscribe button is yours. Right on, first game is against Unholy, DK, Survival Hunter and Resto Shaman, and the plan is to kill the DK first. Now I go over here and I think I get out of my stealth. Yep, I get Death and Decay over there, which is fine. I'm just gonna go here, really important, get stealth back up, even for the 3 seconds, because I have the disease up. Okay, so here I go, and I just open up with Cheap Shot on the Hunter, and that's it. Then I immediately switch to the DK with Garrote, Rupture on, got my Toxic Blade, and Pop Vendetta, everything is up. Now, at this point, the Mage will poly the Shaman, as you see here, he's gonna Trinket that. Beautiful time for me to go in for the blind, and there it is, full on blind. Now I go back to the DK who has everything up from me, all the bleeds, Vendetta, all that beautiful jazz, and putting the pressure on with the Arcade Mage. You can see the Shaman is still in the blind and GG. The DK died. Now this is like a classic example of RMP play. You get the healer to use his trinket, then you have multiple ways to control him while killing off the main DPS you want to kill. And we have to take note that our Discipline Priest did a lot of damage as well. I mean, I never saw this in BFA. Discipline Priests are kind of ridiculous. Just look at that damage. Look at it. Unbelievable, right? Alright, so next game we're facing off a mirror, just the Mage's Frost, and the basic idea here is to put pressure on 2 targets at the same time. I'm gonna go for the Mage while the rest of the guys are gonna go for the Priest. And I sap the Priest here, I'm still spamming my sap macro to get the Mage maybe, or the Rogue. But at this point, both of our Priests get into combat, which is fine. And I'm still sapping, using my sap macro to maybe get some of these stealthies on. Here's the Mage. Now I'm gonna open up with Cheap Shot, Garrote to interrupt that poly, got my Rupture on and Toxic Blade. I get Cheap Shot, I'm gonna Trinket this, I still have my Vendetta and Kidney Shot. So now I'm just gonna like Shadow Step to the Mage, interrupt the Ebon Bolt. I can use my Kidney now, here it is. More than half HP gone, he uses his Temporal Shield. I see the Priest is dipping pretty low, go over there and boom! See ya, man, another classic example of RMP play. And this worked because we had the Mage and the Priest put a lot of pressure on the enemy Priest while I was putting huge pressure on the enemy Mage. So that kind of worked. It doesn't always work. I mean, it's pretty hard against melee classes, you know, plate wearers, but against the mirror RMP, it should work. But nonetheless, I love playing with them, man, especially the Priest. Props to him. I see you, Vixus. Now this one is a bit of a doozy because we're facing a Boomkin in the enemy team, and you know Boomkins are really strong right now. Just look at him, he doesn't even stealth, he just comes in. That indicates how strong they are. But I get a sap, then I get rooted, I get out of stealth, I vanish here, and I still sap the Shaman. So the main idea is to kill off and put pressure on the Mage. This is what we do. Gonna Garrote, Cheap Shot, put the Rupture on, get my Toxic Blade up, and here it is. Now he put Temporal Shield in, and I didn't use my Vendetta because of that. Now I just Shadow Step here, and he gets back to full HP. Get Cycloned, Trinket this shit, and I'm gonna blind here the Shaman. Now since they're busy with our Mage, I just want to get like a split second of stealth and sap the guy. So this is what I'm doing here, I'm just spamming my stealth and sap macro, and in that split second I get rooted by the Mage. No problem, I'm still gonna kidney the Shaman here, but the Moonfire spam is real, dog, so I get gripped by the Priest, and this is a clear message. Hey man, we gotta reset, we gotta like back off a little bit, and this is what a lot of guys don't understand. You just go full on melee Mongo nuke and that's it. So we have to retreat. This is like a clear message here. Unfortunately, the Mage didn't get the memo and he dies from the Moonfire spam. That's it. And at this point I am pretty pissed off and I turn on Hulk mode, so I vanish, Cheap Shot, Rupture the Boomkin here. Still have my Toxic Blade, use my Vendetta over here and Kidney Shot, got all the bleeds up. And the enemy Shaman is casting a big ass heal, so I Shadow Step and kick his ass, then move back to the Boomkin. I'm gonna use an Envenom with the back proc, then GG. Boom, Boomkin is dead. Now the odds are even. Now after this point, it's basically, you know, back and forth, going on the Mage, going on the Shaman, just to try to dip the Shaman on his mana. So Vanish, Cheap Shot, Garrote, Toxic Blade, and then Kidney Shot. I get every bleed on his ass, Going to avoid that capacitator totem like a boss. And gonna kill the healing tide, because you have to do that, man. Kill the fucking healing tides all the time. I get rooted here, and I get another root here. I get dispelled by my priest, and I see my kidney shot and toxic blade are coming up. So I use my Cloak of Shadows to not be disturbed. I use kidney shot full on with toxic blade here. Dampening is pretty high, and this is breakpoint, son. G fucking G. Beautiful game, but it hell of pissed me off. It just goes to show, if you believe in yourself, you're gonna win it. Next game is against Discipline Priest, Frost Decay, Destruction Warlock, obviously. And what we're gonna do here for starters, we're gonna go for the sap on the DK while putting some pressure on the Warlock. And hopefully the mage keeping the priest CC. So here's the sap. Now I get out of stealth here. I get feared. Gonna get damaged by the Warlock. Gonna vanish here. Garrote, cheap shot, and rupture on. Then he's gonna use his unending resolve and fear. Gonna interrupt that with my kidney. Put the fucking internal bleeding as well. He has the fucking pace suppression. I blinded a little bit too late the priest. That was my bad. A common mistake here. But I'm gonna trinket this and I'm going to snipe a kick onto the priest. And I'm hoping that both of my guys will be able to finish off the Warlock. So unfortunately we're not able to do that. I'm just gonna kidney the priest here and get back onto the Warlock. Interrupted that Chaos Bolt. Gonna use my Cloak of Shadows because he's targeting me. He's getting pretty low. He's getting gripped. I'm almost dead, man. Look at that. So he managed to somehow stay alive. That's no problem. And at this point, I'm a bit exposed here. I shouldn't be here, right? So I'm getting a lot of damage in. The DK comes as well. And I realize I should back the fuck off. So I'm trying to. I get rooted. But you know, my priest is on point and he just like rips me away. And we're in the safe zone. A Chaos Ball is looking for me. I'm gonna take it full in. And here I'm just gonna try to re-stealth. Good job on the mage rooting them. I get dispelled by the priest. So I managed to stealth here. Get back once again. Stealth. And I'm gonna open up on the priest since it doesn't have pain suppression anymore. Just some pressure, you know, because once we get to this, I get feared. I get dispelled. Good job on the priest once again. Then back into the Warlock with kidney shot. I have my toxic blade up as well. So this should be the go point, and at this we're gonna see where we overlap all of our CCs, but it's good. I interrupted that shit, and I noticed that my kidney shot is coming off cooldown in a couple of seconds. Here's Nether Ward. Now I'm gonna put Rupture once again on the priest here, the back proc, while maintaining the DPS onto the Warlock. And at this point, I go for the cheap shot, the priest comes in for the fear, and we get another half poly. So all three of our CCs are there. But if you look closely, the fear wears off, but another split second of the kidney finishes the job, right? So it is a mistake, you know, overlapping all of these CCs 100%. But to be fair, one kidney shot would have finished off the job anyways, right? I mean, 6-second kidney shot would have been enough. But anyways, really good game. Plus, I was top damage. And the last game, our mage left us, but we found a really decent monk. So the plan here is to CC the priest and kill off the unholy DK. Gonna see another classic example of RMP control. So I get the sap, gonna get Garrote, cheap shot here, toxic blade, rupture, all the beautiful stuff. Priest is gonna get feared. I'm using here kidney shot and vendetta. Gonna get feared, gonna trinket this shit. He has pain suppression on. I'm gonna have here death from above. Then immediately I go for a blind on the priest. Here's the blind. Pain suppression wears off and boom. That's it. Beautiful control. So what we had? Sap, fear, and blind. And we still had the incapacitate from the monk. Now at this point, okay, one more fear. But I can see our priest is dipping pretty low as well. So what you have to do is peel, man. Peel with whatever you got. Put slows, you know, stun on DR. Doesn't matter. Just keep him alive because it can happen, man. I mean, you saw that the boom can fight, right? So here's another fear. Gonna use a death from above. He's trying to kill him, but at this point there's no chance. And by the way, the monk and the priest are the same guys which I played with my red paladin. That's gonna be on tomorrow's video. Really solid players, man. Thank you very much for sticking with me up until the end. Let me know if these types of videos with commentary over them are more helpful or more informative for you, you know, with more explaining on what I do and shit like that. Happenings and happenings and happenings. And also, guys, we have a Discord now. You can join in and we can talk shit over there. The link is in the description. Huge shout out to our Patreons, Hellhunter and Rumpleforeskin. If you'd like to support the channel in that way, link is also in the description, dog. Peace.